Hey, and welcome back to the From the 501. I'm Nick Yarbrough alongside Peyton Fisher. And let's just jump straight into it. The Hogs, since the last time we spoke on here, been doing all right in basketball. I wouldn't say they've been great by any means, but being on a 3-game win streak in the SEC, can't complain about that. And Darius Acuff, if he continues playing the way that he is right now, he will have one of, if not the best seasons any Hogs ever had at any position, in my opinion. He's been on an absolute tear and is showing no signs of slowing down.
I'm telling you, there's no one in my lifetime, and I've seen Portis, I've seen AB, I've seen Moody. I'm trying to think way back in the Stan Heath days is kind of when I start remembering. Ronnie Brewer. There's not a single guy in the last 20 years that's doing what this guy is doing.
I mean, did you see the field of 68 stat line they put up of all of the former Cal guards compared to Acuff's?
His stats are statistically way better than everyone else's except rebounding, which for a point guard, I could care less.
I mean, here's the list of players that are on there, and Acuff he averages more points per game. He's second on this list in assists per game. He shoots the best from the field and has the second best three-point percentage. Here's the names on here for in their college days: De'Aaron Fox, John Wall, Brandon Knight, Jamal Murray, Tyler Ulis, Malik Monk, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Tyrese Maxey, Emmanuel Quigley, Derrick Rose, and Rob Dillingham.
There's a lot of all-stars on that list.
And a couple MVPs.
Well, who were the MVPs? Shai?
Derrick Rose. Actually, wasn't Derrick Rose the youngest MVP?
Sounds right.
But, I mean, that is nuts and Acuff is not getting the love nationally that he deserves. Everybody's talking about Cam Boozer and who's the kid over at Houston?
I'm going blank on his name.
Yeah. And
he's going to win SEC Player of the Year.
He definitely has SEC Freshman of the Year. That's a lock at this point. I think he's going to win the SEC Player of the Year. And if he keeps up what he's doing, he needs the kid at BYU, Houston, Cam Boozer. If those guys slow down and Acuff just continues what he's doing, he's going to be in the running for Player of the Year nationally.
I mean, I think he's I haven't looked at a mock draft in probably a month or so. There's not 5 better players in college basketball than him. I would take that to the bank 10 times out of 10.
If I'm an NBA GM, Darius Acuff is the first point guard off the board.
Yeah, I'd agree.
You can take Cam Boozer. You can take DJ over at BYU. Yeah, that all makes sense. They're great players. But if you're going to take a point guard, why not? Is his height really going to matter that much?
I mean, I think he's like Chris Paul. He's like a 3-level scorer that has better vision than anybody.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just insane. Right here is all the stats from this year. And what is littered throughout here? Acuff. He is everywhere on this list for most points and assists. He is just dishing the ball out so well, and also is only averaging 1.9 turnovers a game.
Yeah, against who did we play this weekend?
We played,
LSU.
yeah. LSU came in. That was a sloppy game, but you still pulled it out. That's the one thing I've loved about this team is last year it seemed like we had to have our best game to pull off the wins. This year we're having sloppy games that we're still pulling out, like against Oklahoma, against LSU, at Ole Miss. Like all of those games, we did not look good. But if you go back and look, we put up 94 points, 85, 83. The only thing is a little bit of a liability on defense.
I think defense, like when Muss was here, I feel like our defense always picked up later in the year.
Yeah, and I mean historically, Cal teams really like start hitting their stride like February.
Yeah. I mean, for where we're sitting at right now with our two best players being freshmen, probably,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this like every single year.
Oh, absolutely.
I really like. We're gonna get better. Sometimes you worry about the freshmen wearing down in March. Acuff has shown zero sign of that.
No, yeah, I've been expecting like some random slump for him to hit. Like I've been expecting it since SEC play started, and that just has not happened.
And Thomas too. I mean, like, yeah, he's kind of a spark plug a little bit. Like he's a shooting gun, but I don't see him slowing down either. And if one of those two does slow down, though, I mean, you got Knox, Brazil, and Billy. I feel like can take over a game. If those two are off, one of those three is going to step up.
Yeah, honestly, my favorite besides Acuff and Thomas on the entire team, Billy Richmond once again.
I respect him.
He just has the intangibles. Like he's playing with his head on fire. Sometimes it does backfire a little bit. Sometimes he gets a little chippy, starts fouling, starts talking. But I like it. He gets people riled up.
See, I think him and Knox are kind of like on that same tier, like right below those guys.
Yeah.
And like Knox is probably my guy if you're excluding the two freshmen. Just because he's like he can score, and dude, that one dunk he had a couple nights ago, my heavens.
Oh yeah. So right now we're sitting half a game behind Texas A&M for the lead of the SEC.
When do we play those jokers? There's a schedule.
February 26th, and they come to Bud Walton, so it'll be a tough atmosphere.
I'm going to go ahead and chalk that up as a W.
I mean, really look at this schedule. Yeah, we've proven that on the road we can get blown out, but also every game except for at Alabama and at Florida are very winnable games on the rest of the schedule.
Is that 10 games? I'm counting right?
Yeah, the last 10 games.
What are we 16-5?
Yep, 16-5, 6-2 in the SEC.
16-5. So if we will go, I'm trying to think. If we go 7-3, roughly, that's going to put us at 23-8.
Yeah.
That probably gets a solid seed, I would think.
And you also got to think 3 of those losses are to Duke, Michigan State, and
Houston.
Houston, yeah. Those are not bad losses to have, especially early.
I'm with you. I mean, I think we're probably shooting for a 3 seed at the moment.
Yeah. And I mean, anything higher than a 5 seed, honestly, I'm happy with.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to think. The run we made with Muss, his first tournament year. I mean, we played Colgate. Was that a 3 versus 14?
Can't remember off the top of my brain, but that sounds right.
I'm pretty sure it was. And I feel like that last month of the year we did not lose in the regular season.
Yeah. But it's nice the transfer from Eric Musselman coach teams to Cal coach teams. I loved those Muss teams. I loved how energetic Muss was. He did a great job of selling the the program and like getting people to pack in and putting on a show. But those games were just so chaotic. Like that, and that's what we wanted every time, is we didn't want a clean game, because if it was clean game, we probably weren't going to win. But if we could cause chaos, and those games were fun, but they're not putting up 93, 85, 83, 108. Like our offense this year is so much crisper, more fun to watch, especially when we get out in transition.
Well, dude, the amount of alley oops we throw, like the oops, the three. I mean, I don't think we shot the three well against Oklahoma, but usually it seems like we're shooting probably 30 or 40%.
Yeah, we're sitting pretty high. Let's see, I'm gonna pull up the SEC leaders. Right now, we have the fifth best offense in the conference. We're shooting the ball the best, like from the field. We're shooting 49.8% from the field. That is insane. And let's see if I can get that 3-point percentage, because I know we're sitting pretty good on that. We are first in the conference in 3-point percentage shooting. We're making 37.9% of our threes.
It's pretty damn good.
Big turnaround from last year, especially. We could not make a three, even if we wanted to, until late.
I think, I don't know, those Muss teams were different. I don't know. Muss is always going to hold a special spot for me, but Muss was never going to get the Malik Thomases and the Darius Acuffs.
No, yeah. Granted, he did have that 1 year. He brought in 3 Burger Boys, got AB, Nick Smith Jr., and Jordan Walsh.
God, I hope we get Anthony Black's older brother.
Beckham.
I hope so. I pray we get that kid up there.
Oh, that would be awesome. I would love to have him come back in. AB was so much fun to watch. Like I'd love to run that back and see what happens.
That team was so fun. Like, they weren't as good as the other Muss teams probably, but dude, they were probably the chippiest or mouthiest team, I would say. Do you remember Anthony Black doing the at Vandy?
Yeah, they did like to talk a little trash. It was fun.
They were fun to watch.
I wish Nick Smith Jr. would have been healthy that whole season. That would have been a really fun team if he could have stayed healthy.
So I've been kind of out of the loop, but I saw someone on Razorback Nation today, and was some fan saying, well, we should bring Nick Smith back if all these other teams are bringing them. And I don't think that's part of the rules. I don't think. Have you been up to date on that?
Yeah, and honestly, it doesn't make sense to me, because I'm like, correct me if I'm wrong. If you go through the draft process and then don't declare you're coming back, isn't that foregoing the rest of your college eligibility?
That's how I've always thought of it, but didn't someone find like a loophole almost?
I mean, Alabama has
it's the center. He's massive.
Yeah. Let's pull it up and look at it real quick.
I mean, I think Baylor's doing it too.
Yeah, Baylor did it too, but the Alabama one honestly was worse in my opinion, just because it signed, what was it, 3 contracts in the G League. He spent more time in the G League than he did at Alabama, and then he can come back.
Are they allowed to go anywhere?
I would assume so.
That's going to be something Musselman gets all over.
Honestly, I would not be surprised. That definitely seems like a trend that Muss would definitely get into.
Cal, probably not, but
no, I don't think that he would really touch that very well.
I don't think he would want to.
No, Cal likes the young guys, and I respect that.
I mean, I'll take the NBA caliber lottery picks over the 25-year-old G Leaguers.
Yeah, in the 2 games that Charles Bediako has come back, he's played 25 minutes against Tennessee, had 13 points on 83% shooting, 3 rebounds, 2 blocks, 2 steals, 3 fouls. And then against Missouri, 18 minutes, 14 points, a steal, and 6 rebounds.
That's a difference maker.
It really is, and it just I just don't understand how they can do that. Because if you think about it too, the risk versus reward on that is way too high to put all your eggs into that basket. Does he make them a championship contender? I don't think so.
Yeah,
And
probably not.
So you're bringing in a guy that, say the NCAA wants to step in and say, what if they deem him ineligible? Does that mean every game that he played in for Alabama that they won, they forfeit? Do they have to forfeit their season for playing a player that's ineligible?
And that would be pretty sweet, if you ask me, or rewarding for the programs that didn't do it.
I doubt that they go that extreme, but also that could be a possibility. And Nate Oates taking that risk, he's really confident that that's not going to happen. And I just don't see why you would make that move.
Yeah. Man. I just think all the just team chemistry. Like, I feel like some teams don't really get that chemistry going until 20 games in. We're about at that point, probably 20 games, 16. Yeah.
Yeah, we're at 21.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel like I kind of agree with you though. The cons of it just seem like a lot more than the pros.
And also, if you're bringing in young big men and then all of a sudden pull a kid out of the G League, one, they're not playing. You probably pissed them off a little bit. They're either going to redshirt and transfer, or they're going to demand more money to stay. So, I mean, you're really not putting yourself in a good position either way doing that.
Just go to the portal and get the bag.
Honestly. Well, now that we've talked about that for a little bit, let's talk about Kentucky specifically, since that's the next game that's coming up.
And listeners, just know, like, I hate Kentucky. I used to hate their coach till they came to our school. And if any of you listeners are from the state of Kentucky or Wildcat fans, I am promising you an L this weekend. Has that line came out?
Yeah, I just pulled it up on Bet Saracen.
I'm going to guess Arkansas by like 5.5.
The spread is Arkansas minus 6.5 right now.
Yeah, pretty close.
If you're going money line, they're minus 275.
Hammer.
The biggest takeaway for me in this game in particular, Kentucky has started off so slow in most of the games they've been playing, but they figure out something in the second half for the most part. They definitely did not in their last game against Vandy. Vandy just steamrolled them in Nashville. But Kentucky, they're banged up. Jaden Quintance, I don't think is going to play this weekend, which is also another big blow to them. Really, Kentucky's going to have to play with like some emotion. Like, it's going to have to be an emotional game for them to really come out in Fayetteville, especially.
I just don't see it. I mean, I think our guards are just going to set them on fire.
Oh, I would love to see Darius Acuff drop the 30-point double-double on him.
I bet he will. I mean, maybe not 30. He's going to go for 26 and 3, I bet.
Well, right now, Darius Acuff, the player props, is sitting at over under 21.5.
That's a pretty good line, I would say.
I do too. And then assist-wise, he's sitting at over under 6.5.
Also, I don't know. The thing is about the player props on this team is A-cups are always going to be a little stacked.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to find someone like Billy or Knox to probably make, or Brazil. I bet Brazil. I mean, he has not scored that much recently, but he's been like a contributor.
Yeah, Brazil sitting at 10.5 over under for points. I really like the Carter Knox at over under 8.5.
That's a hammer. Hammer.
Let's see. Some more props. I also really like Malik Thomas over under 3.5 rebounds.
I like that.
Because say what you want about Leak, he will go after some rebounds.
It seems like he's always running towards the ball.
Yeah, he's kind of like Billy, how he plays with his head on fire sometimes, and I love that.
I mean, Malik's averaging 15, 3, and 3, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I think, gosh, dude, I heard a rumor the other day. Got zero inside sources on this. But, dude, what if Malik comes back next year? Acuff leaves, like top 5 pick probably. And Malik, Knox, Richmond, and Wagner all run it back.
That's a solid core.
That would be a team I would absolutely hammer on the Natty like before the season.
That would be such a crazy core to build around.
At that point, you're just paying the bigs. You'll get the best big in either in the portal. You'll get the number 1 center. I bet.
One thing that I wish we have not had in a while is just a true big that we can just dish the ball down into the paint and just letting it go to work.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to think. Gafford was probably your last true center. But Gafford was not a guy you just dished. Like, he kind of just went in there, got the putbacks and the slams and that type of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, before that, I guess Moses Kingsley.
Yeah, Kingsley. I guess Portis was more of a power forward, I would say.
Yeah, he was a 4 or 5, kind of depended.
Yeah, I feel like he probably played both. But
I mean, it's just been a while since you've had just an outstanding big play for the Hogs.
it's been too long. I can't. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm going to probably say – I mean, Justin Smith was a good big, but, like, he was probably 6'8".
Yeah, like, I wouldn't really say he was a true big.
Yeah.
Jay Will's all right.
He was like a fringe big.
Yeah, he was a beast at taking charges, though.
Never seen anything like that.
No, the amount of charges he took that last year he was here was insane.
That had to be a record of some sort.
Pretty sure it was. Let's see, any more player props that seem pretty interesting? But I agree. I'm not a huge player prop just because, I don't know.
Especially on this team. Like, I feel like so many dudes could pop off.
Yeah. Let's see. No, yeah. I mean, nothing really else is like standing out to me too great. And if I do anything on this game, it's going to be live just because, I don't know. I feel like the odds get a little bit better when you bet it live.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes it's
I mean,
not.
I'm trying to look at the games. I'm only looking at the SEC. But Auburn, Tennessee is probably a good one this weekend.
That'll be a good game.
A&M, Georgia, at Georgia.
I like Georgia heavy in that.
This brings me to the next segment of the show. We're going to have something called Peyton Fisher's Frauds. A&M basketball is number 1 on that list right now.
I agree. A&M just – they haven't truly played anybody. And, like, let's just go through it. They opened up SEC play versus LSU, and they win by 3.
Was that at home?
Yeah, at home. Then they go on the road and win by 2 at Auburn. I'll give them that. That's a
solid win.
Then they go play at home against Oklahoma, win 83-76. That game doesn't really move my needle at all. Then they go to Tennessee, lose by 5. So
that was in double overtime, I think.
Let's see.
I actually bet Tennessee that game. I'm
Yeah.
like 99% sure. But
yeah, double OT. Then after that, they go on the road and beat a not very good Texas team, 74-70. Beat Mississippi State by 20. And then their last game, they blow out South Carolina.
I have a feeling they're 16-4. Does that sound right?
Yeah, 16-4. 6-1.
They'll probably finish. I'm looking at the rest of their schedule. They're going to finish. They're going to get 20 wins, probably.
Yeah, but I mean, their non-con was also so bad, and every decent team they played, they lost to. They lost to Oklahoma State by almost 20.
Okay,
it was over 20.
Their schedule heats up though at the end of the year.
Yeah, no, this next 4-game stretch is 5-game stretch really is going to be what determines if they're legit. At Georgia, at Alabama, home with Florida, home with Missouri, and then at Vandy.
I don't know. I have a big feeling at the end of the year, those A&M alums with their silly school rings they have on in the tournament, they're not going to be wearing them because they're going to be focused on spring football.
They might be looking at a little baseball.
Who cares?
Sore subject. And while we're on it, let's just go look at Kentucky, because Kentucky is another team I am just not sold on, especially since conference play.
I mean, my question is, if Pope doesn't straighten that ship, is he maybe on the chopping block?
Not this year, just because he made a Sweet 16 last year.
Yeah, okay. I forget that made the Sweet 16.
Yeah. But, I mean, since starting conference play, they got beat by 15 to start it at Alabama, lost at home against Missouri, beat Mississippi State, had to come back by 15 points, I think, against LSU to win by 1, had to come back from another big deficit against Tennessee to win by 2, beat a not very good Texas team by 5 points at home, beat an Ole Miss team that's also not very good. They beat them by 9 at home, and then just get absolutely ran out of the gym against Vandy in their last game.
What does the rest of their schedule look like? They got us this Saturday.
Then they play Oklahoma at home, Tennessee at home, at Florida, home with Georgia, at Auburn, at South Carolina, home with Vandy, at Texas A&M, and then home with Florida to end SEC regular season.
They got like 14 wins right now, probably. Yeah, they're 14-7.
14-7.
I mean, they're going to be a fringe tournament. I mean, I bet they don't make it, will be my guess.
It just depends. They're banged up. If they can't get healthy, yeah, I think they're on the verge of not making the tournament.
I just don't see it. I mean, they're 14-7, shoot for 20 wins.
They'll get a little favoritism. It's Kentucky. If it's close, they will move someone out of the way to put Kentucky in.
My question is, do these Kentucky fans know they messed up yet?
I think so. I think it's starting to turn that way a little bit.
I mean, we're basically right at almost behind. Like, we're so close to being first in the SEC right now.
Yeah, we're a half game behind Texas A&M, and I don't think that'll last too long.
Oh, wow. Those Kentucky fans that told us that they were the brand and Cal coasted off of it. Delusional.
I agree. I don't think Mark Pope is a bad coach, but Mark Pope is not John Calipari.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know. And Pope and Buckyball, whatever his last name is.
Is it Bucky McMillan?
Something like that. So irrelevant. Don't know his name. I'm just saying those two are frauds. I stand by that.
I mean, really, in my opinion, so far, the only team that I'm getting a little nervous with in the race for the SEC is Florida. We're both 6-2. That game, us versus them in Gainesville, is going to be massive for this, and also the Hogs play Boogie Flan.
Boogie Flan's gonna have a revenge game against us. I have a feeling.
I have that feeling too. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Darius Acuff just stuffs him in a locker and locks him down. Like that would be awesome. Little Tremont Mark action from last year.
Dude, that guy is still playing.
I know.
How?
Hey, I don't know.
I didn't know that dude existed, if we're being honest.
My favorite stat, though, is that since Tremont Mark left Arkansas, he is averaging 1 point a game against the Hogs.
Well, dude, there's like these old men that are still playing college basketball. Like that guy at USC right now, Muss, that played for Auburn.
Oh, yeah.
Baker Mazzara or whatever.
Chad Baker Mazzara.
These guys, like, get on LinkedIn.
Yeah. I'm all for staying for a couple of years and stuff, but like how you have 5 years to play for. I think nothing wrong with that.
It's just like, I mean, Baker Mazzara, dude, is like 26 years old. He's 1 year younger than me, and I've been working for like the last 4 years.
Yeah, he was on the #1 overall Auburn team that came into Bud Walton and got upset.
But he remembers Devo.
Second best Devo moment was that dunk to end the game. The best one, that tournament game winner.
Oral Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put the Kansas game #3 for Devo.
I agree with that.
Just, I don't know, maybe that might have been his best game, Kansas, but the moments I think of when I think of Devo are Oral Roberts and the dunk.
Oh, yeah. Didn't even count, but it was awesome.
The place was too loud.
I was there, and I could not hear a thing down the stretch. Like at the end of the second and in overtime, it was so loud in there. You couldn't hear the person next to you, like if you tried to talk to them.
Nah, I think I went to that game with a couple buddies, and it was like one of those games where no one spoke. Everyone was just yelling the whole time.
Oh, locked in the whole game. I sat out and camped out like in like the cold, and there was still snow on the ground from the snow like a couple days before. Just it was kind of miserable sitting out there, but it was so worth it. Like we sat out there for hours just to sit in the second level too.
I mean, that's one thing I've always kind of liked about Bud Walton, though. I really don't. I've sat everywhere in that stadium. It's really not a bad seat anywhere.
I agree. Bud Walton, top 5 college basketball venue in the country.
I'd say it's top 2 in the SEC.
What you got, Rupp?
It's either us or Rupp.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue either way, but
yeah, I'll give it to Kentucky that when Rupp is hopping, it's a tough place.
I've been to 5 or 6 SEC stadiums. I would say Ole Miss. Like Ole Miss is a nice stadium. It's new, but gosh, dude, it's like have you been to the Forum in Memphis?
Yeah,
it's like that, just smaller.
I just feel like Ole Miss's like environments just aren't great. I feel like Ole Miss fans enjoy the tailgate more than actual games.
And basketball is not really a tailgate sport.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, even
baseball kind of. I could see why they get into that.
Like, even football, like, I'm going to say it, the Grove, a little overrated.
I mean, you can't even cook in the Grove. Like, you have to bring all this pre-made food. Like, I don't know. It doesn't sit right with me either. When I tailgate, I want fresh hot dogs and hamburgers and fresh hot food.
Hey, but they've got chandeliers, all right, in their tailgates.
And some pretty good looking women, I might add.
I mean, really, was there any Ole Miss, even football games that were just absolutely electric environments? Not really. And you had a playoff team.
And that construction of their stadium, well, that stadium needs massive renovations for football. What is their stadium called? The Vaught Hemingway.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever we lost Ole Miss on the 52-51,
Yeah.
dude, I was at that game, lost my voice, pissed off at the world, wanted to get out of the stadium. It took 30 minutes to get out of that dump.
I've always considered it just like a slightly bigger war memorial.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. Like, it's like so outdated.
I just don't think it's that great of a venue.
But the worst basketball stadium I've been to is definitely A&M. And it makes sense that Buckyball, or whatever his name is down there with his yell leaders and ring fans.
Oh, yeah. No, I think that can be a common thing that most fan bases can all agree on is no one likes Texas A&M. I've never met anyone who's a fan of any other school other than Texas A&M that likes them.
Like, I don't support many Colts, and I'm just going to go ahead and add A&M on there. I don't support that Colt either.
I agree. It's a weird environment, man.
If your school doesn't have female cheerleaders, I have zero interest in your institution.
Hey, they got the midnight yell though.
Ugh. Do you remember a couple years ago when Arkansas fans? I guess I'm trying to think. Maybe it was this year or the year prior. Yeah, they came to Fayetteville this year.
Yeah.
I think our fans found out they were doing like yell practice somewhere in Rogers like the night before. Our fans just stormed it.
That's just the midnight yell. I can go into a big rant about anything Texas A&M just because I just don't like Texas A&M.
I've been there twice. I've been to their football stadium. I will say that they do football right. Like, their stadium's cool. Their facilities are really nice. But, dude, it is just such a weird place.
My two least favorite SEC schools in general, doesn't matter the sport, Texas A&M, Ole Miss.
I agree. If I was down to third, it'd be Mizzou.
Yeah, they've done a good job of manufacturing that rivalry. But, I would still put Texas over Mizzou.
Yeah, it's close. I don't know. I know Texas has beaten us the last 2 years in football, but, like, when we were growing up, besides the 08 year when we had to play, like, Tyler Wilson as a freshman, we usually beat them.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like I never, like, yeah, I knew it was a rivalry, but, like, to me, the rivalry was, like, kind of leaning hog a little bit.
Yeah. But you know what? They can't touch us in basketball.
They hired a good coach. It was the guy that got in all that trouble at Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
What is his name? I'm going to look it up. It'll drive me insane. Sean Miller.
Yeah, Sean Miller. I mean, he's going to have a decent squad at Texas while he's there, but I don't think he's anything special.
I think his peak at Texas will probably be like a Sweet 16.
I could see that.
Maybe an Elite Eight if he gets like some crazy upsets in a bracket or something. I mean, that guy has won at a good – I mean, he's only been at Xavier in Arizona, and he's had good runs at both.
So how many SEC teams do you think are going to make the tournament this year?
I was actually thinking about that. Let me pull it up. The SEC is down, I will say.
Yeah, definitely down compared to last year.
And last year, what was it? 14 out of 16 got on? Or was it 13 maybe? I mean, we were 8-10, and I think we got it. What seed were we in? Were we an 8th last year?
10.
Oh, dang. That's even better.
No,
I would rather be a
10.
For tournament talk, give me the 10 over the 8 and 9 every single time.
I agree.
Okay. Dude, I think
there was 13 last year. Oh, sorry. Insane. That was 13 for baseball, but that's still kind of insane. 14 of 16 made it last year.
That is insane. I mean, what did we finish last year? Were we like 7th or 8th, maybe?
In the conference, I think we were lower than that. Let's pull it up real quick.
Because I know we weren't the last one team. Like, we knew we were in the tournament. We just didn't know.
We knew it was going to be close. Let's see.
All right. I'm looking at the SEC right now. I think we're going to get probably 5 to 6 teams in. Maybe 7. That's 7 if the cards fall. Right, maybe. I don't know. I mean, there's like Texas right now is 12-9. They're probably out. Oklahoma's Porter Mosier. Porter, thank God for your Loyola Chicago days, or you would be a fraud. You'd be on the Fisher fraud list this week.
Yeah, he's inching towards a hot seat for sure.
I guess they made the tournament last year, Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I know LSU didn't. Yeah, LSU and South Carolina didn't make it last year.
I'm just going to go say it's Oklahoma, LSU, South Carolina, Texas, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, or probably for sure not in. That's 6. I'm going to say Mizzou, probably not. That's where it gets tricky.
Georgia, it does because Mizzou plays really well at home.
Yeah, and I think Georgia's probably. I mean, Georgia. We played Georgia. I mean, I thought they were as good as most of the teams we played.
If their offense is hot, yeah, like they're a good ball club.
I'm gonna say Arkansas, A&M, Florida, Vandy,
Alabama
are like probably for sure in.
I think Tennessee's gonna make it in too.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 6 or 7. I'll say Tennessee and maybe Georgia. Tennessee and Georgia.
I think Auburn's a fringe tournament team too.
Yeah, I would hate being an Auburn fan right now in basketball, just because you have the son of the guy you actually want coaching.
Yeah, and I mean Auburn has the talent, but Stephen Pearl, he just isn't Bruce. Like we can all agree on that. He's not Bruce, and they have they've shown they have the talent. And whenever the talent goes off, like they killed us because they just had guys going crazy. Like Keyshawn Hall just destroyed us.
Yeah.
But when it comes in a close game, when it comes down to it, I just think Auburn is going to get out coached by Nate Oates, Calipari.
I think Beard would out coach him if his team was decent.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's the crazy thing is how Beard just missed.
Yeah, very strange year for Beard.
I mean, I bet he kind of, in retrospect, I bet he probably wishes he took the A&M job last year.
He's probably really regretting not taking that Arkansas job too.
Arkansas fans are elated we don't have Beard at the moment.
Yeah, I was kind of upset whenever we missed on Beard, or if we even interviewed him. Who knows? The way that we do coaching searches just blows my mind across the board. That's something for another day. But
that'll be on one of our upcoming podcasts here, probably sometime in the baseball season.
I'm telling you, Tony V. Off topic. Tony V. taking the Giants job. He's working his angle to come back and take over once DVH is gone. I have no sources or nothing I have no knowledge. It just seems that way. Tony V loves Fayetteville. He always talks real highly of the fans, the staff that's currently there. Everything about it just seems like Tony V, if he gets the call and we can make the numbers semi-work, he'll take it.
I think he would. I just hope administration will actually go through with it. Would be what I'd be worried about. I mean, I looked at it. I think for the Giants right now, he's only making like 3.5.
Yeah.
That's like nothing crazy. I think with like bonuses and stuff, he'd make more, obviously, but it'd be kind of cool to say our coach just like left the San Francisco Giants, though.
That would be sweet. It's a long shot. Will it happen? Probably not. We don't get nice things, but that would be cool.
Unless if Calipari is our AD, which I'm hoping for him in a couple of years, that's when we'll start making some really splashy hires, I think.
John Calipari would be an excellent athletic director.
I think he'd probably be like, I don't know, he's just wired different. Like money and everything, it seems like he just gets it.
And Cal is a celebrity.
I mean, he's his own brand. I mean, I'm ready for Drake to come to Bud Walton. I've been saying that for, I guess 2 years now. That is going to be electric when that happens.
I agree. It's still weird to me wrapping my head around that John Calipari is the head coach at Arkansas. It's still weird to me to this day.
I don't know. I think when we hired him, I had a little doubt. I'm not going to lie. There was a little doubt, like, he might be past his peak. Like, he maybe doesn't care anymore. Maybe he's just using this as a farm club to get his guys in the league or whatever. Dude, last year making the Sweet 16, and we beat Rick Pitino in the round of 32 to go to the Sweet 16, and Calipari's like wife is over there like bawling. That just was like, okay, that's exactly what I want there.
Yeah, and
like, if his wife is crying, it means something to him.
He's not Muss. Muss is very high energy, likes to hype up the crowd. He gets texts, like he loses his mind. Cal, he will lose his mind. Like he was kind of flirting with a tech the other night, but just something about him is just so much different than Muss. And I love Muss. Will always love him. He brought Arkansas basketball back to relevancy. Everything he did here, I'm appreciative of. And it's one of those like coaching breakups that I think both parties kind of won. Muss got to go back home. He likes it over there. That's fine. He brought us back. Now, if we wouldn't have made a good hire and like,
we would have hired what's that guy's name? Tang.
Oh, Jerome Tang.
If we would have hired him or Chris Jantz, we would probably not be doing this podcast right now.
Oh, if that were to happen, I would despise Eric Musselman. But since we turned out in a good spot, they also like USC basketball. When's the last time they were truly relevant?
I don't think they've ever been just overly relevant. I mean, UCLA, that's always been UCLA's backyard.
Yeah. So, I mean, USC gets a coach that will win you games that they shouldn't win, but also you'll lose a couple that you should.
I mean, Muss got a big win. I mean, I guess Wisconsin's all right. I mean, Muss is 15-5 right now.
I wouldn't be shocked to see him make the tournament. That's
one guy I do not want to see in March. I will say that.
I completely agree. I do not want to be lined up against Eric Musselman in the tournament unless it's in the Elite Eight.
Yeah, I could see that. I agree. But if you give that, like, and if we do see him in the tournament, I want him on one of those like days where you have like 18 hours to prepare. I do not want to see Eric Musselman with like the full week preparation. It seems like he didn't lose those that often.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Speaking of the tournament, though, if Malik Ewan and Pringle can kind of do what Jonas Adu did, and I guess Z, he was hit or miss, but when at the end of the season, when Adu turned things around and became the big that we kind of expected him to be when we got him, everything changed. If Ewan and Pringle can step up like the second half of the season going into the tournament, the talent on this roster is a Final Four team.
Oh, I think so too. You have the guards and you have the depth.
you bring back a lot of veteran guys. You got 2 elite freshmen. I don't care what anybody says.
Dude,
Acuff and Thomas are elite freshmen. Even though this year is a great freshman class, you cannot say that those 2 guys aren't special.
I mean, they're top 20 freshmen. I mean, I would say Acuff's probably top 3 at max, at minimum. I don't know. He's in my top 3, and he's probably closer to 1 than 3.
I agree.
Thomas is probably around the 15 range of freshmen. Like, if you
Yeah.
put Malik Thomas on, I'm going to say anyone's roster, but in the SEC besides Arkansas and Florida, and maybe Alabama, he's the best player on any of those teams.
I agree. I mean, let's look at the schedule and see games that we do not win without Darius Acuff.
Or Malik Thomas, really.
Yeah. I mean, against Louisville, I know Brazil technically led all scorers in that game. Congrats. But also, you had Acuff drop, what did he drop? 17 and Malik 17. You don't win that game without those 2. It's only a 9-point win.
Dude, those 2 are dropping 35 or close to 35 a night. I like our chances on a lot of games.
Yeah. Without Acuff and Thomas, I think you dropped that game at Ole Miss because Acuff put up 26 and 9.
Yeah, I think he had 0 turnovers in that one too.
Tennessee, I also don't know if you win that without Acuff because he went 29 and 4. Vandy, you still win that one. You don't beat LSU without Acuff going insane for 31. And you also don't beat Oklahoma.
Yeah, I mean, you're preaching to the choir on this one. I want an Acuff jersey. I haven't bought a Razorback jersey since the Darren McFadden days when I was like 7 or 8. Cops was really close for me getting a Cops jersey. KJ was like mostly joking. KJ, remember those goofy ass shirts that his family was wearing? I was just thinking about getting one of those.
Those were goofy, but those were also like kind of awesome. Like you could pinpoint like KJ's family every game. That was cool.
I'm telling you, I hate Sam Pittman, but he would have won a lot of brownie points with me if he would have worn one of those shirts into the presser.
I agree. That would have been funny. I would have loved no. Kendall Browse walking in with those shirts on.
Browse would actually make it look cool though. That's like the problem. With Sam, it would just be funny.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like talking about those days. I've been very outspoken privately about those years, and probably shouldn't say what I truly felt during that time.
That podcast is also coming later, probably after basketball season.
Yeah, after basketball, and then because I mean, hey, I will say, regular season baseball is gonna be a lot of fun.
Emphasis on the regular season. Emphasis on the regular season.
Dave Van Horn will be a Hall of Fame head baseball coach.
He could get the GOAT title if he ever won one.
He just needs one.
Yeah.
Just one.
If he gets one, I think you could give him the GOAT title maybe. But it's kind of like that Mike Martin did at Florida State all those years ago. He was always so close.
So close, but yet so far every time. I don't know.
Still a sore subject.
Yeah. But you know what? Wahiva Aloy, Golden Spikes.
I mean, Cops, Golden Spikes. Benintendi, Golden Spikes.
3 Golden Spikes winners, but can't.
In less than 10 years, probably. Benintendi's probably close. It might be 12.
I thought Benintendi was like 16.
If that's the case, we're hitting 10, like 3 out of 10, roughly. It might be 15.
It was 15 or 16. see. What year did he go pro?
I mean, dude, Van Horn has a pretty good list. Like Dallas Keuchel won a Cy Young. Ryan Stanek's been like a quality MLB reliever for what feels like eternity.
Okay, so it was 15. So in 10 years, Dave had 3 Golden Spikes winners.
Jeez. I mean, the Kevin Koch year, he had like that was like it almost felt like you were playing like Road to the Show, and you're like pitching in Double-A baseball, and you're like a 99 like pitcher.
Oh yeah, and I mean too, like once it gets to the postseason, there's one side that just can't do anything. It's like either our offense is electric, but our pitching is just can't do a thing, or our pitching is electric and our offense just can't hit a ball.
Yeah. I don't know. That Cobb's year when I'm trying to think what it was. I think we came in, maybe it was the regional game against Nebraska. It was when Welch hit the jack.
Wasn't that NC State?
I think we lost NC State, but I think we beat Nebraska.
There you go. NC State was just super.
Yeah. I don't know. Like when that Heat Wave song like came out and you see cops run out of left field, it was like honestly kind of like Mariano Rivera and Sandman a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean, teams whenever they saw him come out is like, well, we might not get a base for the rest of the game.
Well, I think that one year, I think Wicklander was the ace. I think Noland was like maybe our 2. I can't remember. It's been we had that one pitcher from Bentner Bryant. He got hurt, but he pitched some that year.
Yeah.
Pallett. Peyton Pallett. He only pitched. He was there. But like, I think we started we started Cops on that Sunday game, and he went like 7 innings with no runs. Like he started that, we still lost because I think he gave up like 1 home run. It's like the most infuriating thing.
Speaking of infuriating, Gage should have had a perfect game.
Yeah, I remember that was infuriating.
That was insane. That one kind of makes me sick a little bit. Yeah, it's cool, no hitter, like the second one ever in the World Series, but just being so close to that perfect game was sickening.
I have not looked at a baseball roster since last year. He's not back, right? He probably got drafted.
Yeah, he got drafted.
Yeah. Do we bring? I mean, I'm sure we bring back some. Don't we bring back Cam Koziel?
Yeah, I think Kozel's back. Pitching wise, I think our ace is probably going to be Gackle.
Okay, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean the Tiger Killer. If there was one thing that could stop LSU, it was Gackle.
Gosh, it seems like LSU's had like 2 or 3 different dynasties in our lifetime in baseball.
Yeah, very disappointing. But kind of rambled a little bit at the end, got a little off topic, but that's all right. But well, thank you for listening in to From the 501. I'm Nick Yarbrough. That's Peyton Fisher. We'll see you next time.